Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. My name is Claire Candy Hough, and as a licensed Reiki Master Teacher, an angel practitioner, an international radio host, and as a writer and an author, I've been given the infinite joy and honor of being able to channel angel messages, in particular from my angelic family, who are called the Posse of Angles. Now in today's video, the Posse of Angels wish to talk about a topic called Give yourself some credit. So let's see what this one's all about. The Posse of Angels have asked me several times, why are people so hard on themselves? And why do they choose to focus their attention on what they haven't done and how they could have done something better? As the majority of angels that make up my angelic family have never lived a human life, they have never had to experience duality. Seeing themselves only as divine source energy, they not only feel whole and complete, but they also feel joy as to what they accomplish. With their deep, profound connection to God, they know without a shadow of a doubt that whatever they achieve or have not achieved is not only divine, but it is perfection. Many of us were brought up to not draw attention to our accomplishments and to underplay who we are. Whole generations were programmed to not draw attention to their gifts and their abilities and to give themselves credit. Giving ourselves credit is something that is natural for all of us, and we can see it in very young children. Their unbridled enthusiasm and openness is infectious. This willingness to share sees many of them quite candidly shouting out answers and excitedly waving their hands to be called upon. Unfortunately, this natural urge of wishing to share ourselves with others is often met with discouragement, and we are taught to be quiet and to not make a fuss. This programming saw many of us falling silent and resigned as we stifled our pride in ourselves. Yet even though this natural, divine instinct of ours to give ourselves credit has remained dormant, it is something that can be encouraged to reawaken, as I found out in 2008. With our move to the Monterey Bay area 6 years ago, I was synchronistically led to join an organization called the Professional Women's Networking Group. Now, before each meeting, every member of the group was given 30 seconds on a stopwatch to stand up and tell everybody who they were and what they did. It was called an elevator speech. And the significance of the name was that if you met someone in an elevator and just had a fraction of time between floors to introduce yourself, what would you say? I found it interesting how the speeches fell into 3 distinct categories. Now, firstly, those of us who were new to the elevator speech started out by stating our names and then began saying ums and ers, and then when the 30-second went off, we basically crashed and burned. Now, secondly, there were those that knew their elevator speech, but as they were not confident in publicly acknowledging themselves, they spoke haltingly and much of the time in inaudible voices. Even though these women knew their elevator speech perfectly, there was very little belief in themselves, and their delivery did not carry much conviction. And lastly, there were the masters of the elevator speech. These verbal warriors stood like implacable, steadfast vigils, delivering and enunciating who they were and what they did. And they were so proud of it. The confidence and the assurance that they exuded made the audience excited to find out more about them. And I marveled as how many of them wrapped up the 30 seconds with their business quote at the end. They even had time for that. Desiring to be one of these elevator speech masters, I went home and practiced, and by the next month's meeting, I stood up, I smiled and said with great confidence, "Hello, my name is Claire Candy Hough, and through my wonderful healing practice, Angel Healing House, I'm a licensed Reiki Master Teacher, an angel practitioner, an international radio host, a writer, and an author, and I help clients to improve their emotional and physical well-being and bring joy and peace to their lives, and help them to go out and fashion a beautiful life for themselves." And all of this was said in under 30 seconds. You know, the funny thing that I came to realize after saying this speech, meeting after meeting, was that I really did not care if anyone got who I was, but how good I felt in acknowledging me. Now, the Posse of Angels is laughing as they're reminding us that giving ourselves credit doesn't involve inflated egos and puffing out our chests, strutting around and crowing about what we've done in order to get recognition. It's merely the open acknowledgement of our individual capabilities and the deep knowing that our efforts and our accomplishments do make a difference and they hold special meaning for the betterment of the universe. As so many of us have been programmed to be human doings and not human beings, we've received a lot of our recognition and attention from doing things. Because of this, the very minute that we accomplish a task, we instantly set our attention on the next task to be done. By taking time to pat ourselves on the back and really enjoy our achievements, we allow it to become part of who we are. The energy and resonance of achievement sends messages to both our brain and body, and it actually fortifies the frequency of self-confidence and belief in ourselves. If we choose not to honor our accomplishments, we'll always be on a hamster wheel of just adding things to our endless lists, ticking them off, and never really getting to the end. With this constant worry that there's always more to do, we do not give ourselves the much-needed sense of, I am enough. The Posse of Angels is reminding us that before we incarnated in human form, our accomplishments were just things that we chose to do, as there was nothing much attached to them. There was no grading scale, no comparisons. There certainly was no competition. There was no extra prizes or even extra money in our pay packets attached to anything that we did. By giving ourselves credit for what we've done, we are encouraged to try more things, to be adventurous, and to experience more of life. And then when we give ourselves permission to acknowledge our achievements, the universe has a magical way of revealing more connections that provide us with even greater opportunities to be proud of ourselves. So if you would like some help in giving yourself some credit, I'd love to help you. You can contact me at Angel Healing House at 831-277-3716, or you can email me at candy@angelhealinghouse.com. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I do look so forward to helping you with these wonderful videos and channels from the Posse of Angels, and I do look forward to speaking to you again. Go out there and remember to fashion a beautiful life for yourself. Love and angel blessings. I'll see you later. Bye.